So it's Williams on pole in kart number 18. Ed Bars on grid 2 in kart 14. Kart number 1 is Steve Brown on grid 3. Dan Healy, grid 4. Jay Elliott in the white suit on grid 5. David Longman in the blue suit on grid 6. Pete O'Connor, they're going to go round again. Not happy with that start. So don't worry, it's just a small loop. The main circuit runs all the way around, a lot longer than this, but we do roll up on this shortened infield. Hopefully the stream will hold together this time. And we are racing, and Williams has got the whole shot. And it's Steve Brown in second. Ed Bars drops to third, and under pressure from Jay Elliott, looking to the inside. But it's Williams, he's had to go in narrow to hold off Brown, and we've got a group of 5 in a line, splitting off from the main field, out of the S's. And it's Williams, Brown, Bars, Elliott, Healy. Oh, there's contact, they're loading up there into the hairpin. Pete O'Connor's trying to find a way through, and it's side by side. Healy and Ed Bars. And Jay Elliott has moved through to third place. Sweeping up over start finish. And Williams is looking right into the eyes of Steve Brown. Elliott looks to the outside. He's going to try the cut back. Try and cut underneath into the S's. Can't get it done. Brown is wise to it. Down the back straight, he takes a look over his shoulder. He looks over the wrong shoulder. And still manages to close the door on Jay Elliott at the hairpin. Further back, Tom Dix has pushed through on Dan Healy. And that has just given Ed Bars a gap on Pete O'Connor. And it looks as though Brandon Williams had a good run through the infield there, because he's pulled out a couple of kart lengths, but I think it'll count for nothing as the slipstream up this into the wind. Oh, actually, no, I tell a lie. Brown is struggling to stay with Brandon Williams, and Jay Elliott's down the inside. As he threatened to do a lap ago, he's got through, and Ed Bars has gone with him into the S's. Down towards the hairpin, over the hump, and then hard on the brakes. And it's Brandon Williams with about 5-6 kart lengths on Jay Elliott. And Steve Brown has recovered one spot from Ed Bars. And Tom Dix has moved up onto the bumper of Pete O'Connor as O'Connor's moved in to Ed Bars. O'Connor to the inside of Bars, and Dix will follow him through. And Tom Dix has made good progress, and he's having a very good day, having won one of the heats. So Brandon Williams leads. The gap on the last lap was 1 second back to Jay Elliott in kart number 2. What's the gap this time? It's 9/6 of a second. So Jay Elliott is edging in to Brandon Williams. I don't think this result's certain by any stretch of the imagination. I do apologise. Midfield days. Oh, Dan Healy on the grass. Not too happy with Jack Harding by the looks of it. So it was 0.96 on the last lap, and the lead is now down to 0.7. And this time, as they come over start-finish, I think Jay Elliott might start picking up the tour. Steve Brown in third. Tom Dix has moved ahead of Pete O'Connor for fourth place. And Ian Blake has moved into sixth. There'll be a big slipstream coming off Brandon Williams this time. And I think Jay Elliott has got it down to 0.6 of a second. Just might be beginning to pick up the toe. And Dix is closing in here on Steve Brown for what would be third place. The gap is down to 0.2 of a second. We've got a battle on for the lead now. Jay Elliott has used that toe on that last lap to close in to Brandon Williams. So Williams goes narrow at the hairpin, too narrow, I think. But he does have the inside for the horseshoe. But I think it's only a matter of time now before Jay Elliott, probably this lap, will throw it up the inside into turn one. So we'll stick with this dice. Battle is joined over third behind. Elliott takes a look. He realises he's got a bit of time here, but he's going for it this time, straight through. Brandon Williams doesn't put up too much of a fight, and I don't blame him, because the toe's going to work in his favour the next time they go over start-finish. Two minutes left. That's probably about 4 laps, I would have thought. So Dix is broken clear, and Ian Blake is now closing in on Steve Brown for 4th place. Pete O'Connor in tow as well. So can Williams use that slipstream to close back in on Jay Elliott? Yes, he can. Sure, he won't pull the trigger down at the hairpin. Question is, can he out-drag him from that last corner? So we pick him up again. And it looks as though Dix has broken clear of that group. And Brown has got away as well. Ian Blake has moved past Pete O'Connor. Actually, it's as you were. So let's concentrate on the battle for the lead now as it hots up towards the finish. I think we might see the last lap board next time. Bye. It's Jay Elliott needing a good result here for a grid slot in the final. Ahead of Brandon Williams. Looking for 3rd place. Tom Dix, gap to Brown, Blake, Pete O'Connor. And it's game on at the front. It's the last lap of the last heat of the morning session. As I busy myself trying to find it, is Brandon Williams going to be able to out-drag using the slipstream Jay Elliott? He needs to get closer. He needs to get closer. The wind is blowing from behind him as they go over the all-start finish into what is the last corner. Is he close enough to get in the slipstream as they punch a hole through the air? No, he's not. Jay Elliott wins ahead of Brandon Williams. Tom Dix is 3rd. Steve Brown hangs on ahead of Ian Blake. Pete O'Connor in 6th. Ed Bars, Jack Harding, Dan Healy, Darren Teal is the top 10.